Hey everybody, it's Amanda, and today I am giving you a kitchen tour. Okay, so as you may know, last year we did a remodel on our house, and I've never done a full house tour after the remodel, partially because the house isn't really done yet. And I mean, not completely done, but then as it's gone on so long, I realized that it's probably never gonna be completely done because there's always gonna be little touch-ups and things that I need to do, need to finalize, need to finish, and then, you know, probably stuff will need to redo here and there. But anyway, some of you had asked me for a kitchen tour because you've seen pieces of it here and on Instagram. By the way, if you're not following us on Instagram, please do. So today I'm gonna do a kitchen tour, and I'm gonna show you all the things that we actually did change out in this kitchen, and talk to you a little bit about the costs involved. So let's get started with the kitchen tour. Okay, so first and foremost, let me just give you a quick overview of what the whole kitchen looks like now. And I'm just kind of taking you around a little circle here so you can kind of see just the entire view of what the kitchen looks like. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go top to bottom, you know, front to back, and we'll see what changes we made in the kitchen. And since I'm at the bottom, I said top to bottom first, but let's go bottom to top. Let's start with this floor. One of the first things that I changed was this floor. We used to have the ugliest square tiles that were like tannish, and they were cracked, and it was impossible to clean the grout, and I was just tired of trying to scrub it and keep it clean. And it was here, and then I had some really hideous vinyl in the bathrooms, and I decided to just pick a vinyl that coordinated with the vinyl in my laundry room because I love that. It is so convenient and easy to clean, and put vinyl in all of those rooms. So I picked this vinyl, and I put it in, like I said, this kitchen, which is, I think it ended up being like 12 foot by 18 foot in terms of the final width and length. And then both bathrooms, my master bath and my guest, or the kids' bath. So for the total cost for the vinyl and the tile that was underneath, dealing with that, and then all the rooms, I'm trying to think of what all was involved. Just getting everything done with that was, I think, $1,800. It was one of the more expensive projects here that we paid for, but it has made me so happy, right? The color, I wasn't sure about it. I went back and forth on a bunch of different colors, but I actually like this kind of mixture color situation. We have browns and grays. I'll try to get a little bit of a close-up so you can see the mixture of colors in there. But the thing about it is it's been really easy to keep clean. I'm not even kidding you. This, because of the mixture of colors, a lot of times I'll think it's totally clean, and then I'll go to mop it and I'll be like, wow, that floor was really dirty. So, I mean, in terms of convenience, it's been really nice. I definitely like it better than a solid color. Like I said, we had that solid beige tile before, and this is like a million times better. I cannot even tell you how much better this vinyl is. So, I mean, it might not be everybody's preference, but for me, this is so much easier, so much better, and I really love it. So glad we made the investment on the floor. Moving our way upward, I guess the next thing I'll talk about are these poles. Now, these poles were the things that actually started the whole remodel, because I actually found these poles on clearance one day on the Lowe's website, and they were like 98 cents for these poles, and I think it was like $1.98 for these. And that was like one of the first things I did. We used to have just gold knobs, just gold round cheap knobs, and they didn't match anything. I went with the oil rubbed bronze because I had always intended to change, like that's oil rubbed bronze. I had always intended to change over. So anyway, we have a lot of cabinets, as you can see here and here, all the way over here, plus in my bathroom, in my bathrooms. So it was a lot of poles to buy if they were their regular price. I think regularly these are like $3.98 and these are like $5.98. So if you're buying enough for the whole house, it would have been really expensive. But Because I found them on clearance, I went ahead and purchased them, and I think I paid like $40 for the whole house, and it was just a really, really great deal. So that was the next thing that is, you know, from the ground up that we changed, and that was like the easiest change. I did that myself. I didn't need to charge anybody. It just took a little bit of time, but I got all of the pulls done. So next thing I'll mention, again going from the ground up, is this dishwasher. Now, one of the reasons why we started remodeling the house was because we were thinking that we might want to move, and I had my realtor friend come by and give me his thoughts on the house, and the one thing he said to me was, if you are going to do anything in this house, you need to put a dishwasher in. We did not have a dishwasher here. We had a big cabinet, and he said, put a dishwasher in. People will not buy a house if it doesn't have a dishwasher. So I put the dishwasher in. All in total, this dishwasher was the most expensive thing in the house. And the reason why was we had to redo the flooring underneath it. So it was part of the flooring cost. We had the dishwasher cost. We had this cabinet, which technically I guess didn't cost anything because this cabinet I built, yay me, out of the old cabinet that was here. But you know, it was a time trying to deal with that, and there were, you know, some costs involved in terms of caulking. I bought these baskets, you know, there's minimal cost there. But in addition to that, one of the more expensive things in the house was the electrical and the plumbing. So I had to have a plumber come in and do this, and I had to have the electrical run, and there's a switch right here for the dishwasher. Actually, I think it's right there. That's the switch for the dishwasher. And here it is. And guess what? Let me open it for you guys. I have never used it. Never. It's still got styrofoam. See that? This has never been used. It's sitting here. I literally bought it for resale. I have no intention of using it. I don't care about it. It's here for someone else. So there's that. But yeah, I have zero intention of using that. But I put it in, and I made this cabinet, which I am super proud of this, by the way, for resale. So there you go. That's one major thing. Speaking of appliances, since we're going bottom to top, I also bought a new stove and a new fridge. And this fridge, by the way, let me just try to back it up a little bit so you can kind of see the whole thing. I love this fridge. Rick told me not to open it because it's messy on the inside. I'm gonna open it. You guys just don't judge me. Okay, it's messy. It is so much storage space. I'm not even kidding you. Like, it's ridiculous. I love this fridge. If we ever move anywhere else, I want this fridge again. It's a Maytag, and it's just a side-by-side. I actually was thinking about getting one of those ones with the bottom freezer drawer. I'm so glad I didn't. Brianna has one in her house, and it drives me insane trying to dig through stuff. I much rather would have the tall upright, which, I mean, that makes sense because we have our upright freezer, because I don't want to dig through, you know, a big drawer. So this makes so much sense. I love this fridge. I totally would get it again. The stove, I also love. Remember, we had a glass top one and it cracked, and I was kind of mad about that. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get the eyes because I'd much rather have those. And so this I found at a discounted store. I actually have videos about that. I'll link them up at the top if you want to see the stove situation. I do still actually have the glass top stove. I still need to replace that cracked top, but yeah, I still have it, and if I move, I'm taking this one with me, and I'm going to replace the glass top on the other one and put the glass top one in here. So that will go away, and this will come with me if we ever move, but that is something that we also purchased. In terms of cost, the dishwasher, all told, I mean, if you're counting the electrical, the plumbing, the dishwasher itself, it was like $1,500 just for this. It's kind of expensive. This stove, I want to say, was like $400. Like I said, you can watch the video. It was like $450, $500, somewhere in that zone. So we got a pretty good deal on that. And this, I want to say, was like $900. I bought the fridge and the dishwasher, and I think I did a video on that too, and I'll link that if I have it. And I bought them at the same time, and there was a deal, and I think I paid $1,300 for both because there was some kind of deal. So I'll link it if there's a video, but it was a pretty good deal. I always look for a deal. Y'all know how I am. Anyway, moving back to the order. So here we are at the countertop level, and oh my, butcher block countertops, you guys. Look at this. Look at how pretty this is. I just wanted something simple and easy, and not expensive. Again, thinking resale, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, but I thought, you know what? I'm not committed to being here forever. So if I don't like it, it doesn't have to be mine forever. I always want butcher block, always. It has been so easy to care for. So easy. I mean, the whole sanding and oiling thing, because that's what we do with it. We didn't stain it, we sanded it and oiled it with mineral oil. This was so easy, you guys. These countertops, for real. They are so easy to take care of. I thought, my husband is kind of, he complains sometimes about scratches and things that you get it on it, and there are scratches. It's not for the perfectionist, but the scratches and things do not bother me because they are easily sanded out for the most part, unless you get something really deep. Like, it might be different if we had little kids that were like banging things on it all the time and you would have major dents, and that's a possibility. But I think for most reasonable people, like, it's gonna get scratches on it, and then you just, you know, sand it and oil it, and there you go. It looks beautiful again. But generally speaking, it's so soft, it's very natural. I think it's so beautiful. I love these countertops. And I will say that the cost of the countertops, I bought one large block and one small block, just because that's what we needed for our cabinetry here. I did not put butcher block in the bathrooms just because I didn't think it was bathroomy. I ended up using a laminate countertop for those. But these, and actually the bathroom countertops, our good friend Ben Holler over at Holler Homestead, I'll definitely link them at the top. He actually came over and helped. I say helped, he did it. He cut down the countertops. He put in, like, cut the holes for the sink, got the sinks put in, which I'll talk about the sinks in a second. Like, he got all of these countertops for the kitchen and the bathrooms put in for me. Did not charge me a dime on that. I did try to give him a gift, and it was in no way of the value of what he did, but I cannot tell you how much I appreciate how much he helped, frankly, through the whole project, him and his boys. So the countertops, I gotta give complete credit to Ben Holler. He just handled that, and it's beautiful, and I love it. I love it. Okay, so the sink. Let's talk about the sink. There's a kitty in my window, and I have a chicken that I'm making for dinner tomorrow and ground turkey that I'm using for dinner tonight, just sitting here, so ignore that. But the sink itself, right, is a big wide open sink. We used to have it split down the middle on 2 sinks, and now we have 1. So of course I had to pay the plumber, but I was paying the plumber anyway to come and do the dishwasher. But the plumber did handle that because Ben hooked up this, which I also bought new, this faucet. But this part we needed the plumber for. So anyway, the sink itself I actually ordered online, and I do believe I got it through Amazon, and I love the big sink. I again thought about doing like one of those country sinks, but then you'd have to replace the cabinet. I didn't want to do all that, so I just got one big open stainless steel sink. It's so easy to care for, so large. I can put all my big pots in it, particularly with this faucet, which I just got this at Lowe's. And the kitty just keeps moving right there. But anyway, this whole situation is one of my favorite things in the whole remodel. This sink. Out of all the things to remodel, this is one of my absolute favorites because it's so roomy, and it's so useful, and I love it. I use it every day. So I love this, my absolute favorite, and it was only like a couple $100 for the sink. I think it was like $225. The faucet was about $130 if I remember correctly, and of course the cost for the plumber. But anyway, that wasn't terribly expensive, but super important to the kitchen and how everything looks. So the next thing, moving upwards, the tile. You guys, this tile. Let me tell you something about this tile. I put this tile in myself, okay? No, you gotta talk to me again for this one. Tile. I thought that I was going to lose my mind putting in this tile. It made me cry. It hurt me deep in my soul many times, but I made it through. And I don't know if I would necessarily tile again or if I would just pay somebody to do it. But I can do it. And I did it this time, and it looks really nice, and I am happy with the result. The cost of I purposely did tile that was in sheets because I thought that would be easier to install, and it was. The problem is, that I didn't show you, is the counter right here where the sink is, because of the dishwasher, it had to be raised up a little bit. So the other counter on the other side of the stove is just a little bit lower. So when it came to tiling, there was like a gap and I had to try to balance it. So what I did was, where the stove is, because that's where the two countertops kind of split up, I don't know if you saw it, I'll show you. Here, let me just show you. Okay, you can see the tile was going sideways. Right here, I made it go upwards, so that over here where it went sideways, you wouldn't necessarily see. And I also have the toaster right there, so that you don't see where this goes a little bit lower than where it is right here. You can't really tell. So I intentionally made this tile go upwards, which I think was a good decision. The only thing I kind of regret is not taking the tile up to the bottom of the cabinets. And I don't know why I didn't. I think what it was I was partially cheap, just trying to get like 1.5 sheets worth, so I didn't have to get as many sheets. But also I wasn't sure how it was going to need to be cut to get to the bottom of the cabinet there. So I just thought I would stop it midway, and I'd seen a lot of backsplashes that were only like halfway backsplashes, so I thought, oh, it'll be okay. I kind of wish I'd just taken it up to the top, but I didn't really know what I was doing, so, and the lighting over there is terrible, but we're backlit because of the sunshine right there. Maybe look at this side. There we go. So anyway, so I put the tile up on all these sides. This side was clearly a lot easier because there wasn't any breaks. It was just one solid row, and it's beautiful, and I love it. It turned out beautiful. I did have to have the electrician change out these fixtures here because they were like an off-white. So I had to make him put the white ones in so you couldn't tell. All of the other outlet covers in the house are brown. You can see. I tried to do, a lot of them have oil rub bronze plates that were already previously in the house. All the ones that weren't, I replaced with similar color ones that were just plastic and brown because that was the most affordable. But except where it's in the tile, I kept it white so it wouldn't show up. But anyway, so that is one thing that I did in here. And of course I bought this, which I love so much. I think I got that from Hobby Lobby. I might have gotten it from the thrift store. No, I think I got that one from Hobby Lobby. I do love that one. Anyway, so a little signage that I got. Anyway, so the next thing that we did was, and you can kind of see it here, but I'll come over here so you can see it better, is the paint. And I also bought this beautiful picture. Bought that at, I believe I got that at Rose's or Big Lots. It was like 20 bucks. I made that wreath and I got that at Dollar General. But the paint was the other thing, and this paint is, and it's terrible. This lighting over here is awful. It's a cloudy day, so it's hard to see the color in the right way. But anyway, this is the color that we used in our dining room, and it's also the color that I used on this entry wall. So the bottom is Sophistication and the top is Ultra White. So it's the same colors that we did in here, and I used the Sophistication color because it was darker and all the cabinets are white, and so I didn't just want it to be stark white, I wanted it to have some color. So we did do that. I say we, I'm the one who painted it. So we painted the whole kitchen, and I put in new blinds and put up new curtain rods and new curtains, and the new curtain pullbacks you can see over there. The curtains I got at Walmart. This one it was a long curtain like that one that I actually cut down and sewed it at the right length because they didn't have a shorter one, but I wanted them to match. So they're just white curtains. I also changed out all the light fixtures. So this light fixture actually matches the one in my dining room, and that was why I chose that one. And then this one coordinated with it, but I did put a spotlight over the sink, and I really love the light that comes out of that personally. So I did have the electrician do that with the lights themselves. Like that one was only like $10, that one was $20, and I think that one was, I want to say $40. It's been a while, like I said, since I've done the remodel, so it's hard to remember all of the prices in detail, but there's that. And of course, as I get to the top, the very last thing, we took the popcorn ceiling out. Still one of my favorite things that we did. I did have to go around and caulk. And one of the things that I still have to do is touch up around where it was caulked, but it's mostly done in the kitchen. I mean, the kitchen is pretty much where it needs to be, and I'm very, very happy with it. So that's it, my top to bottom kitchen tour. Now, like I said, the appliances cost me about $1,800. The floor cost me about $1,800. Probably all of the rest of the things, including the countertops, the sink, the faucet, the tile, the paint, all of the other little details, the curtain rods, that was probably another $1,500. And again, I'm guesstimating. So between those things, $1,500, that's $3,000 plus the $1,800, that is about $4,800. So we're right around the $4,500 to $5,000 mark, and that is without replacing any of the cabinetry or moving or doing anything major in the kitchen. So, I mean, it was a costly but needed remodel. And particularly, I mean, when you think about, I replaced every single appliance, replaced the floor, did something with the ceiling, replaced all the fixtures, the faucet, like, I mean, really I did everything except for those major things. And being that I am frugal, being that I try to do everything as inexpensively as possible, being that Ben did not charge me to do these countertops, I think we did the very best we could in terms of cost savings. So that is my kitchen tour. If you have any questions about it, you can definitely ask me and I will try to share it with you. But this is what it is. And I have a lot of little decor pieces that I didn't go into because they're just decor pieces, but most of them are like Dollar General or Target Dollar Spot or thrift store. So if you have any questions about anything, you can let me know. But anyway, let me know what you think, how you thought we did on the price. And like I said, if you have any questions, you can ask that too. So that is my kitchen tour. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me today. And come back, let's see, tomorrow, Wednesday, Rick and I are gonna be live on the channel. And Friday, we'll be back with another haul. So you'll have a good day and I'll see you next time. Bye.